I love the internet. Praise the internet.
Internet is also good for you.
Yeah,
Except that it
absolutely.
closes down record stores maybe, but it's
absolutely
because a lot of people know you through the internet.
Oh yeah,
like Slakah The Beatchild.
Exactly. I love the internet. Praise the internet. You know. Of course, I hate the fact that people think that everything is free nowadays. You know, but it's also a blessing. You know, I can get my music out everywhere, and people in the Philippines email me and heard my music and listens to it every day, and people in Kazakhstan and people in all over the world. It's crazy. And Slakah, you know, as you said, he found me on the internet and he fell in love with my music. And he emailed me and I emailed him back, and then we started to email songs to each other, and I was like, you have to come over to Sweden. And so he did, and now we're like musical brothers, and we became instant best friends, like really, really close.
And why was it? Why was there such a sudden, immediate click?
I don't know. It's just as hard as answering the question, what is love, you know? It's because it was just there. It was just easy. It's like meeting someone for the first time and fall in love, like from the first look. You know? Big cities.
Dangerous city.
No, but it was just it's just definite, and the way he makes his music, the way he expresses himself. It's very similar to the way I express myself. He's got a really, really like soulful and sincere love for what he does, and you can feel that. You can see it, and you can hear it, and you can feel it, and I think that's why. And he could see and feel that with me too.
Will you still stay a collaborator, or do you think you might actually form a group or something?
We will definitely collaborate in many different ways. I'm actually going over to Canada and I'm going to do 5 or 6 shows together with him and another guy called EEB, who is an amazing Canadian artist as well. So I'm going over there in May to do some shows, and we're going to do Detroit Music Festival as well. And we're obviously going to write music while I'm there, and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to be on his next album called, his project called the Slakadelics, which is going to be a little more retro soul kind of thing than he did with his last album now, Soul Movement, which is more R&B and beat related, you know. But yeah, maybe a group as well. Maybe we just hang out for 4 weeks on an island somewhere and write some music.
Yeah,
we're gonna definitely make music together. Yeah, always somehow, you know.
Got 200 songs now, then you like constantly make music.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this album, is it true that you move after every album? Is that?
Yeah, so far that's been the story. I think I'm that kind of guy. That's the part of Restless Soul, the Restless Soul that I have. That I need to. I feel it's almost like I used up all the energy in the room while making that last album. I used every inch of good vibe, you know. So the room feels a little dead. It feels empty after being in my, because when I work, I'm in the studio like almost seven days a week, 12 hours a day. And I'm there all by myself, drinking tons of coffee, smoking too many cigarettes, and making a lot of music. So it feels a little empty. So that's why I feel that it's a good way to move. And in Malmö, where I live, it's not that hard to get a little small place in the harbor or something to be able to make music. So if I can, I move.
It doesn't have to be a studio then, just a small room?
I have my studio, I have everything, I have all the instruments, I have my speakers, and I have my Pro Tools, and I have my Mac, and I have all my instruments. That's all I need, actually. Then I need a room. There's a lot of people that have their studios, and they build these, it's gonna float on rubber, hanging, you know, the room is actually gonna hang from because the sound has to reflect perfectly from the, of course that's a luxury when you mix.
Yeah.
But it's also about hearing, getting to know the room, getting to know the speakers you use when you mix, and getting to know how they sound while standing exactly there. So for me, it really doesn't matter what kind of room it is. I still know how it's going to sound.
And what was the room for this album?
I'm still in that room actually, and I'm not sure I'm going to move this time, because now instead of moving, I've been like cleaning it all out and just getting some new carpets and getting some new, getting some new vibe. But I'm actually looking a little bit for a new place. But it's a small room in like the closest industrial place in Malmö from the city. It's very close. I can take my bike and I'll be there in 5 minutes from my home, which is central Malmö. And there's a lot of musicians and studios and carpenters and stuff like that, people like that in this house. So it's a creative environment.